the back. So we'll quickly begin. How are you guys? Alhamdulillah, fine, great. A little bit more energy. Perfect, perfect. Very happy to be speaking with you guys. Which class is this? 10th. Okay. How many of you guys have already chosen your respective streams, or let's say have some decision for the next year? How many of you guys for science? Okay, that's quite a few guys. What about commerce? Arts? Okay, perfect. So some of you guys have already made some decision around it, right? How does it feel to be in the 10th grade? Last 3 years left for your school life, correct? Since you guys have been consciously aware of things, you've always been going to school day in and day out, year on year, right? Next, after 3 years, you'll start your college life. How many guys are looking forward for college life? Excited? How many of you guys are going to miss school? Very few. You won't miss school as much. Okay? Right, so obviously college is a lot more freedom, a lot of changes in your life as well, right? Make sure you enjoy the remaining 3 years of your school life. The friends that you make here are going to be with you forever. So a lot of my school friends are still my friends, right? So these are the people that you connect with the most, right? So make sure you have some fun, spend some time, bond more, right? In addition, guys, what's important is, can you guys settle down, please? People in the end. Right, so one is obviously have some fun, right? But in addition, these are extremely crucial years of your life, right? So some of the things that you're going to do here, right, are things that you're going to have an impact throughout your remaining life, right? So it's very important, crucial years of your life, right? So make sure you make the most out of it, all right? So let's start with some bit of career-related discussions, right? How many of you guys have made some decision around, let's say, how many of you guys want to be engineers? Fifteen, 20% of you guys. What about doctors? Okay. Additional 10%. Pilot, how many pilots? Okay, quite a few guys. What about lawyers? I see a couple of hands behind. What about architects? Okay, a few hands. Chartered accountants. So a lot of the commerce guys preferably want to be chartered accountants. How many of you guys are confused? Confused. Okay. Perfect. So in this session, we'll try to talk about a few career options that you guys might have.
Hello. Students, everyone will get the brochure, so please stay calm and just listen to what Mr. Salman has got to say, because this piece is very important for all of you, because you're going to take that next step, right, in 11th. So please stay calm. Everyone will get the brochures. Thank you.
We will try to wrap it up early as well. So let's at least try to focus for some time at least, right? All right. So obviously a lot of you guys have said they're confused, right? And that's all right. being confused is all right, right? I myself have been confused. I've been in your shoes, right? Studied all my life to be a doctor for 2 years, then decided, okay, let me have a backup, study PCMB, study engineering and medicine both. Finally had a medicine college seat. Bangalore Medical College said, I don't want to go there. Let me go to engineering because I love math and problem solving. So went there. Then post that again said, okay, engineering is okay. I've worked for it for a year, but I want to do management, right? So it's okay to be confused. You will figure it out, right? But at least take a conscious call as to what are the things that you're pursuing, right? How to go about it. So let's come to the most important question for you guys now, right? The most important question for you guys is, what should be your goal? What should be your goal in the next 3 years? What should be your goal? Good marks. What else? More party. Okay. What else? Yeah?
An ambition. Ambition.
Ambition. Have ambitions. Consistency. Success. Making more money. You want to make more money in the next 3 years. How are you going to do that? Studying, earning respect, right path. So all of you guys, have said a few things, right? What's important? All of you guys have said study, ambition, money, all of that are important. But do you know what should be the number one goal you all should aspire to? Top college. Top college. You guys, your goal should be to get into the top college, irrespective of the career stream that you decide. The top college that you go to will decide what you become later on. Let me So, again, discussing here, what did he say our most important goal should be? Do you know why top college is the most important piece? Whenever 10, 15 years down the line, right? Nobody is going to ask your 10th marks, your 12th marks. That's not going to happen. People are going to ask you, which college did you study from? Hence, the top college should be your aim. The goal for the next 3 years should be to get into the topmost college for your respective career domains, irrespective of what you want to be, right? Let's say you want to be lawyers, you want to be doctors, you want to be engineers. You should aim to get into the best college for your respective streams. All right? Why are colleges important? Do you know why colleges are important? Any guesses? If you go for your job interview, they'll ask for your college name. Okay, what else? Okay. Good education. Yes, absolutely. So there are a couple of reasons, right? Let me tell you 3 important reasons as to why the topmost college should be your most important goal and why they're so important. The first one is brand, right? Some of these colleges have such strong brand names, they're world recognized, right? This is the tag that you'll carry throughout your life. An IT tag, an IM tag, an NIT tag, an AIMS tag, an NLS tag for lawyers, right? That brand carries a lot of weight. Even 10 years after I've finished my education, I still get asked which college I'm from, right? A lot of it then moves to your experience, but college still plays such an important role. So don't ignore that. You know what the second most important thing is? The second reason why college is important. The second reason is the friends and the network that you build in colleges. All top colleges attract the topmost talent, the topmost people, right? So the network you'll have of people, of your friends, will be at a much higher level, and these guys will go on to do great things. And that network is going to be extremely valuable later. Hence, the second reason is network. And what's the third one? That should be easy for you guys. What's the third reason why you should go to a top college? Society. Studies. Of course, studies. But third most reason is also because of your placements, your jobs, right? Do you know how many colleges there are in India? More than 1.5 lakh colleges in India, for bachelors at least, right? Do you think every top company can go to all these colleges? Possible? Not possible, right? Hence, these top companies end up going to top colleges end up going to top companies. Sorry, the other way around, right? So, top companies end up going to top colleges, right? They have the best students there. They know it's the cream of the cream, and they end up going there. You Google, Facebook, a lot of these colleges go to IITs to hire. You know what the salary ranges in, let's say, for Facebook or Google in IITs is? $150,000, right? Which is 1 crore plus Indian rupees, right? So these are some of the top companies that you would want to work with, start your career with. Hence, you should focus on getting a top college, and that should be your primary objective. The next 3 years, that whatever you do now sets the foundation for that, and will decide which college you go to. All right? That's clear? All right. So let's go to the next piece, right? How to build a career. All right? The third piece is, some of you said you guys were confused as to what careers you want to build, right? So how do you go about it now? One of the ways is to start assessing what are your strengths, what are your interests, right? You can start, some of you guys might already know some of your strengths, right? Something that you enjoy doing. You can take personality tests, right? The 16 personality test, etc. Which is all online free, right? This will help you understand yourself better, right? Somebody who's extremely good at, like, loves math, loves to see how things work, right? Wants to be a problem solver. Engineer is probably the field for them, right? Somebody enjoys communication, debates, right? Is a great storyteller, right? For such students, lawyer could be a great profession, right? Somebody really connects with the society, wants to help the society, right? They also have great attention to detail. They're very skillful, right? So a doctor could be one profession for it, right? You get called late in the nights. If you don't enjoy, it's not your personality trait, you will not enjoy work. Always choose a career which matches with your strengths and interests. All right? So that's the first step. Identify which are the top 2 or 3 career options that you should go for. Once you've done that, the first step is done, right? Then the second step is what we spoke about. The top college. For your respective stream, whether it is lawyers that you want to have a field in medicine, whatever, right? Then identify which are the top colleges for your respective career. Commerce, chartered accountants, all of it. They're always the best college, best of the lot, right? So always target for that. Understood? The third step is to then understand what is it that these colleges need for you to get admissions into. What syllabus, what percentages, what scores, right? So the fun fact here is all of these top colleges across multiple streams rely on, you know what? Somebody says marks. Entrance examinations. You need to clear entrance examination, get a ranking to get a seat into these top colleges. All right? So entrance examination, the way to get into top colleges is cracking entrance examinations. And are you guys aware, in entrance examination, in these rankings, What's the weightage given to your school board marks? Does anybody have an answer to that? 60%. Nothing. What's your name? Jaival. Perfect answer, right? So the truth is, your school board marks have zero weightage in your ranking for entrance examination. Not to say that your school boards are not important. This is very important. You should work for that, work for it. But you should also remember it has zero weightage. Hence, you all need to be preparing for entrance examinations to get into these top colleges. All right? Agreed? So why are entrance examinations important? Why is it that these colleges rely on entrance examinations and not school board results? Somebody must have 99%, 95%. Why are they still relying on entrance examination marks and not on your school boards? Why? Anybody from the back who can give me an answer? Capability. Okay. What else? What is the reason? Scholarship. A scholarship can be given for somebody with a high marks in boards as well, right? So board marks are important. We'll get to that, right? They form the basis. I'll come back to it as to why it's important to score marks in school boards, right? But the reason why entrance examinations don't consider your state marks or boards marks result is because every board is different. There's so many boards in India, right? The CBSE board, the state board, the ICSE board. There's so many different boards. How do you compare somebody who's got 99% in CBSE board versus, let's say, a 95% in ICSE board or 97% in state board? There's no comparison. Is there a comparison? Every other paper could be different. The difficulty level could be different, right? That's one of the reasons why entrance examinations don't consider your school board marks. All right? The second reason is somebody mentioned that side was the ability of a person, right? To assess them better. So what do entrance examinations do better? One, they are a lot more application based. All right? They want to test how strong are your concepts. How well are you able to connect the concepts that you've learned into real life problems, right? You've just learned Newton's law, Pythagoras theorem, it could be anything, right? But can you really apply it into real world scenarios? That's what they want to understand. Because that's what it requires for you to go out there after 7-8 years to get into a job, right? Practical knowledge is the most important one, all right? That's what they tested your entrance examination, a lot more focused towards application-based learning, all right? And one other important thing that you learn from entrance examination is the number of people who write this examination is huge, right? For a NEET exam, there are 20 lakh students who write an exam for 1 lakh seats, right? For JEE main exam, there are about 12 lakh students who write an exam for 75,000 seats in engineering, right? It needs a lot of character to succeed in these exams. What do you mean by character, right? Can you work consistently? Can you prepare yourself consistently? Right? Can you learn more concepts? Can you apply your mind? Can you strategize as to how to crack it? Because it's such a large number of people who are writing these exams, right? Hence, entrance examinations are important. Anyway, now let's move to the next part of it, which is we can talk specifically about a few exams, about engineering, medicine, and so on. So now do you guys agree that entrance examination is extremely important? Top colleges should be your goal, right? So some of you guys said that you guys want to be engineers, right? How many of you guys are aware of JEE mains? A few hands, right? Great. So JEE mains exam is an entrance examination for admissions into the NITs. You guys know NITs? What's an NIT?
Like IIT. It's another college.
National Institute of Technology is the name for, is the full form for NITs. They're different from IITs, but they're similar, right? So the admissions into top NITs, top state level engineering colleges, right? Delhi College of Engineering, Punjab Engineering College, RVC from Bangalore, Osmania, let's say from Hyderabad. A lot of these colleges use JEE main exams for their admissions into engineering colleges. The triple ITs, which are very popular, especially the triple IT Hyderabad for computer science, also uses JEE mains, right? So that's JEE main. We've missed out one of the most premier institute, right? Which is the most premier institute for engineering? IIT? Right? So it's IITs. So that they don't use JEE main, right? So what do they use? JEE Advanced, right? What's your name? A round of applause for
Jaival.
Jaiwan. Right, so IITs, so to get into IITs, you have to write JEE Advanced. But to write JEE Advanced, you have to write JEE mains and be in the top 2.2 lakh people. So 12 lakh students write JEE mains. Out of that 2.2 lakh students in the top are invited to write JEE Advanced, and that's how they get admissions into the IIT. Clear? Right? The next is BITSAT. So there are BIT colleges, BITS Pilani, BITS Goa, BITS Ranchi, right? So the admissions into this BITS is through BITSAT exam. The next piece is super important information for you guys, right? So the next information is about DASA. How many of you guys are aware about DASA? Very important for you guys, very specific information. How many of you guys are aware of DASA? Raise of hands, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can somebody tell me what DASA is? What is DASA?
It is like a quota of seats within IIT for NRI students studying in the Gulf.
Not studying in the Gulf, but for all students studying abroad, right? So DASA, guys, stands for Direct Admissions for Students Studying Abroad. Clear? Direct admissions for students studying abroad of NRI parents. So if any of in NRIs, right, anywhere in the world, their kids are eligible for a DASA quota, they compete with that set of students, right? So that is DASA. So number of seats in DASA is around 2,300 seats. All of them are not the best ones, right? So all of these seats are not the best ones. Out of the 2,300 seats, about 450 seats are top-notch seats. All right? Now let's move to the next important piece of information, right? This is also super important for you guys. Do you know what CIWG is? CIWG. Anyone? No? Right? This is extremely important, guys. So CIWG stands for Children of Indian Workers in Gulf. So this is applicable for you guys. For all of the students in Oman, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, right? This quota is applicable for you guys. All right? About 33% of the seats reserved for DASA is bookmarked for CIWG students. All right? So this is extremely important for you guys. If you guys want to crack your engineering exams, this is the quota that could be really helpful for you guys. All right? The criteria is you have to study 11th and 12th in the Gulf. All right? How many of you guys want to study abroad? Abroad. A lot of excitement. Perfect. ठीक है. So for people who are willing to study abroad, right? So you're clapping for people who want to study abroad? Perfect. So you need to start studying for SAT if you want to get into US, Canada. Right? So SAT is an entrance examination that you'll have to appear if you want to move to US or Canada. Right? Start building your extracurriculars. Right? Your extracurricular participation into sports, into clubs, communities. Right? Each of it is important. That builds your overall profile for these colleges. All right? Then you also have to write IELTS and TOEFL exams. Okay? Let's move to the next stream, which is IELTS. Yeah? Let's go to medical, yes. We will come to commerce as well. So let's go to medical, right? So earlier, how many of you guys raised your hands for doctors? Okay. So earlier, students studying abroad could get an admissions into medical colleges just by having their school board results. That's changed now. So all of you guys who are planning to do your medicine should be aware that all of you will have to write NEET. Guys, can you settle down a little? Can you guys settle down, please? If you're not interested, that's fine then. Huh? Okay, so NEET. So let's quickly talk about NEET, right? So NEET is mandatory now for anybody who's willing to study medicine in India. People who are willing to do their medicine abroad, in Eastern European colleges, anywhere else, even for them NEET is mandatory if you want to come back to India and practice. Is that clear? So NEET is mandatory for anybody who wants to come back to India to practice or wants to secure a medicine seat in India. All right? Cool. So so this is a rough chart of multiple streams that you guys will have. Right? The PCB field has veterinary sciences, Ayurvedic medicine, MBBS, BSc in microbiology, zoology, botany, any of these streams, right? Then you have PCM, which is Bachelor of Architecture and so on. Let's move quickly to commerce now. How many of you guys were in commerce, like interested in commerce? Commerce. Chartered accountants? Right? So for commerce now, earlier it was all school boards, right? In commerce, does somebody know which is the topmost college in commerce? Topmost college in HR Bombay, yes. SRCC in Delhi, Christ.
Boys.
Right? Some of these are top colleges.
All of you.
Right?
Sit down there. You. Boys, keep quiet, okay? Sit down there. Sit there.
So here, for commerce, earlier there was no common entrance exam. But now there is UET, Common University Entrance Test. So now all of the top universities are relying on CUET exams for their admissions. So even for commerce students, now it's mandatory to prepare for entrance examinations. All right? Even if you're choosing commerce, make sure that you're writing these exams, picking up the top colleges, identify and aim to get into that. All right? This is the end of my discussion. I'll hand over the mic to Atir, but we don't have time for questions today. We're available for 1:1 counseling at a hotel conference room. So if any of you guys are interested for 1:1 counseling with your parents, please come down. The team will meet you guys, guide you, right? This is the last 3 years of your school life. I'm sure you guys will do great. You'll have glowing futures, right? One thing to remember, guys, is that your parents chose your schools. It is in your hands to choose the colleges that you go to. So work hard, make the most out of it. Thank you so much. Good luck, guys.
Now I see the Josh. Great. So how was the session? How did you all like it? Good. Did you get some knowledge? Okay. Unfortunately, like Salman said, we had very little time. So whatever best we could, we shared with you. Okay. I hope everyone's received the brochures. Correct? So there is a QR code at the back on the 4th page with the phone number. If anyone is interested to know more, who is very serious about knowing what step is to be taken next, right? So we are here available on Friday and Saturday, tomorrow, day after. So you can book a free one-on-one counseling session, which it'll be personalized. It's not going to be done in group like this. It'll be one-on-one. So get your parents along, and inshallah we'll try and help you to the best of our abilities. Okay? And these are your very important years, right? So please do understand that you're not only competing with your peers here. Correct? There are students in India. There are students in Oman, there are students in Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, even in Singapore, in Japan, in Malaysia, wherever there are Indian communities, students are preparing for multiple entrance exams, right? And everywhere there is an entrance exam. It is not that I do my boards. Yes, alhamdulillah, you have to do your boards really seriously, but that is not the end of it, correct? There will be a test that you'll have to pass, you'll have to get a rank, then you get into a good college. Correct? Right? So these are your most important years. Start preparing for it. Start thinking what is to be done, because you're left with 3 years. Right? And in India, students start preparing from when? From 6th class onwards. Correct? Right? So they're already at an advanced stage and one step forward. Even if they have to go abroad, they're already doing whatever is required. Right? So all the best to all of you. And we hope to see you soon. You've been a wonderful audience, right? And we'll be in touch. Whenever there's anything required, we'll help you out, right? Thank you so much.
इनको डिस्पर्स कर दे
हाँ, so
हमारे लास्ट पीरियड ऑलमोस्ट एक पीरियड बचा हुआ है
तो अब या तो दूसरी क्लास आ गई है तो इनके साथ ही बैठा
और ये तो साथ ही पढ़े ना 12th क्लास के बारे में दे आर सिटिंग बैक 11th
सिर्फ 11th है कि 12th
11th भी है फिर 12th भी है
अच्छा ओके
कंटिन्यू विद देम बिकॉज़ नाउ
Wonderful.
डिस्पर्सल टाइम ना
हाँ.
सो दे विल गो एंड देन विल मेक
चलो perfect.
कंटिन्यू
So 20 minutes, okay? Ah, nice. I thought people will be sulking. Very nice. People are excited. So we have the 11th graders also with us. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly recap everything for them, right? And then we'll open up for question and answers if we have time for it, so that we'll just try and help you in the best possible manner, right? So I would like to invite Mr. Salman once again, because the 11th graders are there. Hi, 11th graders. How are you? So how many science? Okay, wonderful. Commerce? Great. Arts? Wonderful. So the best part for you 10th graders is that these people have already chosen what they want to do. They've taken that one step forward, correct? Right? So once we interact with them, it will give you a very good understanding of what is going to happen next, right? So I would like to again invite Salman. Please, if you can, take things forward from here once again. Can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Salman, please?
3:30 तक बाइंड अप कर दें.
Can you guys hear me? I'm right. Can you guys hear me?
अरे नहीं, अब वो आगे पीछे नहीं. हेलो. स्पीक नहीं, एक्चुअली ना 3:30 डिस्पर्सल टाइम है. अब ये जाएंगे फिर आएंगे, वो मैनेज करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. अरे सर आप यहीं से ले लें. लेट देम. अरे ही विल मैनेज फ्रॉम.
Sir, we have one more class. They are coming now. Please don't disturb now. Otherwise, entire team will disturb.
हाँ.
How you guys want it? Because now we have only 45 minutes for the dispersal. Okay. So we have to engage the students here only now. We cannot go back. So you can recap the entire session and just after that you can start the question answer session.
Hello boys, where are you going? Sit down. 11th class boys, sit down. Sit down boys. Sit down. Hey, get down. Come close. Close. Hello, 11th graders boys. Get down.
Now they are coming. They are waiting outside. That is the problem. And we cannot take back now because now we have last minute. No problem.
Get down. Please, get down boys.
Time to lave फिर. इधर बैठाएंगे.
जितनी जल्दी, क्योंकि जल्दी बुला टाइम खत्म हो जाएगा. सर आने जाने में 20 मिनट. अरे मना करवा. बोलो सर यू कंटिन्यू. Nobody can listen. Not like the girls.
They have to come according.
Boys, keep quiet. 11th grader boys, keep quiet. Sit down. This session is for you.
Only one class is sitting here. You cannot call all the classes together here. How do you want?
So you keep with. Grade 11 boys, get down. Sit down boys. Sit at your place. We want to see on your there. After 2 years, your pictures will be there. हाँ भैया इस्माइल, 2 साल बाद आपका फोटो यहाँ होना चाहिए. हाँ, तो when you listen then ये सब फ्री सर्विस मिल रहा है. कहीं भी जाएंगे पेड करना पड़ेगा.
So 10th graders, we can have a few questions. If any of you guys have any questions.
ये क्या
Which
कर रहा
college
है?
did I study from?
उसको अच्छे से रख.
I studied from IIM Lucknow for management, Indian Institute of Management Lucknow. For engineering, I studied from PSIT. So that's the college I studied from.
SSB exams for NDA, National Defense.
So for National Defense Academy, we do have a bit of coaching, more from Indian right now, but we're not focused on the Gulf for NDA, but the physics wala company, we do NDA coaching as well. Anybody else?
Is there any benefit of PhD in mathematics?
Of course, mathematics overall is a very competitive subject, right? So there are different fields, a little bit more oriented. When you talk about PhDs, it's a lot more research oriented, right? A lot more thesis oriented. So those are the fields you'll get into where you'll, one, the teaching side, hardcore problem solving, some of the very complex problems is something that you can work on, maybe aeronautical, etc. Some of those fields might open up from a PhD mathematics perspective. Yeah. For coaching at physics for the knowledge planet KP, so the price is 2650 dirham for online, real. Yearly. So I studied, so like I said, I had got a seat in Bangalore Medical College, dropped it, did my engineering from PESIT, wrote my CAT exam, studied from IIM Lucknow. PCMB. So I love interacting with students, creating some bit of an impact, small impact in any of your life, where somebody becomes serious, somebody picks up a. So I believe in education transform lives, right? So my life has transformed from the colleges that I went to, the job that I picked up. So my life, my parents' life, all of us changed. Hence, I really believe in this cause, and I believe education is the way to do it. College of what? 11th, 12th college or bachelor college? So bachelor, you need 12 years of education to apply for bachelor's. You can't apply directly. You want to skip 2 years, you're in a hurry.
Excuse me, sir. Hello?
Yeah.
Sir? Sir? Sir, I have a question. What's the difference between a CA and an ACCA?
CA and?
ACCA.
So there is. So Association of Chartered Accountant is called ACCA. CA is an exam you directly write to become a certified chartered analyst, right? But I think I really do not have a complete understanding of ACCA and CA. I'll give you you can write to this number. We'll get back to you with a much proper answer. All right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
10th, I got 93.3%. I don't know why people want to know my marks.
Sir? Sir?
So, like I mentioned to him, you'll have to write. We'll get back to you. I'm not very clear on it.
Sir?
PCMB.
Uh,
96.7.
Sir? Sir, is it possible to go foreign countries after 10th?
Is it possible to know?
Foreign countries after 10th?
After 10th,
Yes.
you'll have to get into schools there. You can get into 11th, 12th. Very difficult
Complete 12, right?
to get into mid-years. Not preferable.
But not in foreign countries. Okay.
But to get into bachelor's, you will need 12. In fact, certain colleges even need 13 years of school life. Some of the US schools, etc. But 12 years of schooling is must most of the places.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Yeah. Start कर लें?
Sir, is the marks important or the future?
Marks important or the future? What is future for you?
My goals,
What are your goals?
footballer.
Footballing.
Yes.
So to be a footballer, marks are not very important.
No, you need to get a degree for that.
Not necessarily. Nobody, you can be a footballer even without a degree. But having a basic degree helps you understand a lot of things that go on around you, right? So it's always good to have a degree. So don't ignore that. You can always be a cricketer, footballer without studies as well. If you're excellent at it, that's completely fine. Very little of football, more for cricket. Messi. So we'll start there. Okay, we'll start the session for the other section now. There are still many boys here. So we're short on time.
Start for AMU entrance exam. From when should I start for AMU entrance exam?
AMU has a different entrance examination. You can figure out from their website and write those examinations. After 12th. Yes. If you want to get into bachelor's, it's a different one. 11th, 12th is different. For 11th, 12th, there is no entrance examination.
Yeah, so I think we're going to start with the next session because they are also waiting. We are just going to circulate a form to all of you guys, okay? So whoever is interested for a one-on-one counseling, private counseling like announced earlier, can fill that form up. We'll get in touch with you and we'll fix that slot with you, okay? So we'll take your questions later on now, or you can please feel free to bring your parents for the one-on-one counseling. Right? Can we please settle down at the back, please?
The fees, so 2650 is the fees that we have for online PCM or PCB, for NEET or JE coaching. 2650 Real. Full year. Yearly fees, yes. PCMB. That's
We've
why
come from
medicine
Dubai.
and engineering. Confused.
All three of us. Yes.
I've already said that, now I'll just keep quiet for some time.
Yes. It is a live and interactive session that we'll have.
So make sure, guys, that you're picking up, you start learning for entrance examinations. You can learn it on YouTube. You can choose to study online from anyone. You can choose us. You can choose any other competitor. But make sure you're studying for these examinations, right? Make sure you're preparing. Get into best top college possible, all right? So I would say we are the best, but everybody is different, right? So it depends on what you're looking for as well. IT and IP, NIT. So ITs are ranked higher than NITs. IB. IT is higher than NIT. ITs are more premium. So a lot of your startup founders, Google founder, etc. are from there. Start there. Cool. Thank you, guys. We're getting late as well. You guys will have to leave early.
Yeah, whatever questions you have, we'll solve it at a one-on-one session later on. Okay? One-on-one session, please.
Adir. Let me finish this off. What is? Salman. Mohammed Salman. You can give it here. Name for counseling, that's free. Hello everyone. You've already heard most of the session. You guys have already heard most of the session. Which section are you guys from? 11th? 11th, science, commerce, arts, all three of. Perfect. I'm happy to be speaking to with you guys today. I know it's the last 30 minutes of school right now, so you guys will be in a hurry. Try to take some time and hear me out for 15-20 minutes. I'll try to wrap it up in 15-20 minutes. All right? He's happy that I want to wrap it up in 15-20 minutes. Can you guys at the last hear me out? Can you hear me? You can't hear? You guys are unable to hear? Some of you guys can come in the front, the space in the front. Anyway, let's get started. Right? So, the first point I want to drive for you guys is, this is the last 2 years of your school life. Right? Enjoy it. But at the same time, make sure you're making the most out of it. Not study, make friends, have fun. But these 2 years are super important, right? Super important because what you do now will determine what's going to happen, what you're going to do for the next 50, 60 years. That's the impact these 2 years have, right? So what should be your foremost goal as an 11th and 12th student? What should be your foremost goal? To crack JEE? What else? What should be your goal? North? Doctor, okay. Yeah? Score well in boards. Right? The number one goal for you guys should be to get into top colleges. Alright? Whichever field you guys have decided, make sure you're getting into the top college. Nobody is going to ask your 10th, 12th marks after 10, 15 years. They're only going to ask you your college. Even today, I only get asked, what is my college? Which college did I study from? Peasant and I am. But besides the point, right? So that is the most important piece. The top companies go to the top colleges alone. There are more than 1 lakh colleges. The companies can't go everywhere. So make sure whichever field you want to pick up, the doctor, engineer, commerce, economics, chartered accountant, just make sure that you're going to the top college. That should be your foremost aims, right? That should be your foremost aim. How do you get into these top colleges? Do you think school boards will get you there? So school boards have 0 weightage for admissions into top colleges. You will have to write your entrance examinations, right? Do you guys agree that you guys have to focus on entrance examination as well? Are you guys focusing on them? You are? Some of you guys, perfect, right? You have ample resources out there. Make sure you use them, right? There are free YouTube courses out there. There is online courses. We do online courses. You can do some from competitors as well. But make sure, please, that you're studying for entrance examinations. Super important, guys. It will help you build critical problem solving skills. You will build character. You will have to start building consistency to crack these examinations. A lot of your future examinations also will have these things, right? So make sure you're working towards your entrance examination in addition to school boards. The difference is school boards and entrance examinations have the same syllabus, right? But the problem is in entrance examination, the testing is very different. They can't assess somebody from a CBSE 98% versus an ICISE 95%. It's just not possible for them, right? Hence, entrance examinations are important. Second, they want to test the application-based knowledge for each of you guys, right? Can you, whatever you've learned, can you apply that? Can you apply it to real-life problems, right? Are you going to be smart enough to be one of the most employable people in the future, right? That's why it's super important. You know, the top companies, Facebook, Google, what is the salary in, let's say, Facebook, Google? What is it? 150,000 US dollars, right? More than a crore INR, right? These colleges also go to top, these companies also go to top colleges. Hence, make sure whatever you're doing, go to AIMS, go to National Law College for law, to become a lawyer, go to NIFTs if you want to do fashion technology, right? Go to IIMS if you want to do CAT, right? So these are the most important piece of information for you. Make sure you will not be able to change it. In India, so many people drop out after 12th just to make sure the college that they get in is the best. We run lakhs and lakhs of students for dropper batches, right? That's the importance of the getting into a top college. You guys are missing the point. Make sure you spend that time. COVID has impacted 2 years of learning, right? Make sure to pick that up, all right? Are you guys aware of DASA CIWG? You guys are aware, right? DASA and CIWG. So quick brief, right? 12 lakh students, people in the back. So about 12 lakh students write JEE main exams for 1 lakh seats for admissions into NITs and so on, right? Like top engineering colleges. For NEET, 20 lakh students write NEET exam. NEET exam for doctors is mandatory. Even if you want to study abroad, study in India, wherever, you have to crack NEET, at least have a qualifying marks if you're planning to study abroad. If you intend to practice in India, NEET is mandatory, all right? Let me quickly brief upon DASA and CIWG. Are you guys planning to study? Are you in commerce, arts? Which section is that? Commerce? Okay. Science, right? So DASA is a quota for direct admissions for students studying abroad. There are 2,500 odd seats, right, as a part of your JEE main exam. That's not for doctors, it's for engineers, right? So 2,500 seats for students studying abroad. So you compete with lesser pool of people who are studying abroad, right? Then there is CIWG, which is Children of Indian Workers in the Gulf. That is specifically for students studying in the Gulf region, all right? About 450 seats of DASA are very good seats, which you can have a very good career from, get to a very top college, top branch. CIWG, 150 such seats. So those are things you should definitely be trying for and competing for, right? So don't miss out that piece because that's what you guys can clearly go for, right? CIWG. Compete with the Indian batch as well, but this is some additional thing that you guys have, all right? Sure, so now let's quickly talk about commerce. Commerce earlier did not have an entrance examination. Now they have something called CUET. So any BSc, BCom, BA sort of degrees now have to write CUET exams, Common University Entrance Test. Even for these exams, 20 lakh students write the exam, right? So again, entrance examination is required, mandatory, all right? Perfect. So good luck, guys. Make sure that you're making the most out of these 2 years. Very important. I've been in your shoes. I've been where all of you guys are sitting. Make sure these 2 years you work hard along with having fun. Play your sports, have fun as well, right? But make sure to stick up entrance examinations. Make sure you're working consistently. I want to just end with one important message which I always felt motivated me. My parents commerce PCMB. So your parents decide the school that you guys go to, right? But the college that you go to is decided by you. It's decided by you guys. So make sure you do what is required to make sure you have a great career, great college, and great outcomes. Inshallah. Thank you, guys. And also, thank you. Also, we have 1:1 free counseling session at a conference room at a hotel. You can come with your parents, have a counseling session done. There's a form being circulated for anybody interested. They can come, have a free counseling done and go back. All right? Good luck, guys.
Yes. No, he said, sir. Thank you. Wonderful. So how was the session, guys? You're talking to each other. We are here to talk to you. How was the session? Good? You liked it? Okay, wonderful. So as Salman mentioned, we are here for another 2 days. This is for you 10th graders as well. Another reminder, please. We are going to be here for another 2 days. Okay? So you can tell your parents and you can come together with them for a one-on-one session, for a more personalized session, right? Now we were in a group, so there are a lot of questions, or there must be a lot of, yeah. How many people are interested for a one-on-one session? One-on-one session. How many people would want to have that? You would? None? We'll share the details. We'll share the details with you. Oh, others are all very clear. Nice. Great. So we are circulating a form right now. Just fill that up, please. We'll get in touch with you and we'll organize it for you. Okay? So whatever questions you have in your mind, you can, take use or make use of the one-on-one sessions, and then we can help you guys. Right? So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. You've all been a wonderful audience. Thank you, teachers, for all your support and, your guidance. It's been wonderful. Right? So we'll take your leave for now, but we'll be in touch for sure.
Okay, boys. Boys, please sit down. Sit down, everyone. Please, quiet. Adi sir, एक minute. We'll send the ninth class to. Now listen, everyone, be quiet. Class 9th, this group, please stand up and go to your class. Not you. Not you. Please sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Go to class. 10th. Class 10th, hurry up. This group only. This group only. You don't understand English? Any problem? Arabic? Arabic? Don't understand English? Sit down. Okay, now the middle group, class 10th, go to class. Middle group only. Not class 11th. Class 11th, keep sitting. Class 11th, keep sitting. Keep sitting. Yeah, mid group. Class 10th, middle group. Go to class. Yeah, now the last group. Class 11th, keep sitting everyone. Hurry up, class 10th. Now class 11th, please go back to your class. Class 11th. Open the back door also open.